G, the channel where I show you how to sugar and spice up your self-love up through lifestyle, music, fashion, culture, and more. Today we're making beignets. Yes, we're getting our Princess Tiana on. I've never tried to make beignets. This is my absolute first time, and not sure if I'm gonna fuck anything up, but let's see. Let's have some fun today. So we're not making them from scratch. My sister actually got us some beignet mix from Downtown Disney from Beignets Expressed. I'm actually really excited because I've seen some TikTok videos from Beignets Expressed, and I tried Beignets Expressed, and that shit is really bomb. We have powdered sugar for our decoration, and I also got chocolate syrup because Beignets Expressed uses a little bit of like some chocolate syrup. It's not exactly chocolate syrup, it's a little bit thicker, but it's not fudge either. Like, I don't really know what the in-between is, so we're just using chocolate syrup as a replacement. We got our bowl, we got our supplies, and from the instructions on the back of the bag, it seems to be pretty easy, like easier than making them from scratch, so I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully you'll learn how to make beignets with beignet mix so that you can know how to get your Princess Tiana on, okay? Okay, so if you read the bag, it says add 2 cups of our signature beignet mix and 7 ounces of water. I feel like I added maybe a tiny bit too much water. I don't know 100% what 7 ounces is, so I used like an 8-ounce cup and then just kind of like guesstimated. And then it says mix with a spoon. I had a whisk just in case, but I feel like it specifically said spoon, so I wanted to listen to the instructions considering I've never made this before. Generously dust surface with beignet mix before rolling dough. I already added a little bit, but it said generous, so I'm just gonna add just a bit more. I did wash the counter before we did all of this. You see, this is why you're gonna have to read the instructions like 100% full. It says roll the dough, and to my knowledge, we do not have a roller, but we're gonna improvise. So, like I said earlier, I do not have a roller, so I found a vodka bottle. So I washed the vodka bottle on the outside because we're gonna roll it, and we don't want none of that dusty, dirty shit to get on our beignets. Let it sit for a minute, and I added a little bit extra, like a little sprinkle, a couple more sprinkles of beignet mix. Because it seems like it's supposed to be thick, and the first time that I added it in, it was too thin. And honestly, it seems like it's still a little too thin, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more of a sprinkle. That's how thick it is so far. But it looks like we're ready to roll it. So I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more. Sprinkle of beignet mix. It's getting thicker. It says roll the dough to 1/8 inch thick. Be careful not to push down too hard with the rolling pin. Yeah. And then we're just gonna roll it onto the counter. There's on top of all the little beignet mix. I'm gonna dust my hands a little bit with beignet mix because I don't want it to get stuck to my hands or to the counter. Ooh, too late, I already did. Okay, just gonna. Ooh, this is messy. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to add a little bit more mix. Please wait, and we'll be back with our scheduled programming. And we're back. Yeah, we're gonna be a little bit more generous than we had. It says generous, so we're just gonna add a little bit more onto the counter because it's already pretty stiff. Or it's just sticky. we're also gonna add some to the bottle so it doesn't get all stuck, like it did to my hands 5 seconds ago. Definitely one way to feel like a kid again. My hands is messy. And then we're just gonna roll it. Ooh. I needed it to be a little bit more thick than it was. It's not as with water though. Hands have already been washed, so we're just going to mix it with our hands. Isn't this interesting? Okay, I'm going to scoop it. And then as much as you can with your clean hands. Yeah, sometimes self-love is messy in various ways. Drying off a little bit, still really messy. Really messy. One way to get your freaking inner child out. So we're just gonna add a little bit more mix. And we're gonna dust it. Actually, a little bit more. I'm already freaking this. So be really generous. When they say generous, they mean it. And then once I wash my hands, back from our original programming, okay, back, cleaner hands. We're just gonna add a little bit more generous. And honestly, I'm gonna wash the bottle one more time just because it has a lot of like sticky beignet mix, and with this beignet mix, I just don't want it to get stuck again. Getting harder, it was getting easier to manage when there was like way extra. So again, be super generous. And it is getting a little bit harder. My hands might get sticky a little bit one more time, but at least we know what we're doing now. Just gonna roll it a little bit, roll it to the counter just to dust it with that leftover mix one more time. There are some places where it is still sticky. If you can see, it's getting less and less on my fingers. Super generous, and then with all the leftovers, we're just gonna spread it out with that hand over hand. Ooh. It says roll until it's about 1/8 inch thick. Not 100% sure what that means, like how thick that is, but it seems pretty thin, so I'm just gonna roll it until it's not the thinnest, but thin. Cut into 2-inch squares. I'm gonna wash my hands again and then grab a knife so that we can make 2. says 2-inch thick, 2 inches big can make about 24 beignets. So I think that Beignets Expressed had like about 3 inches. They looked pretty big, but they can also grow while we fry. So I'm just gonna see. So this is about 2 inches thick and maybe 2.5 inches wide. So we're pretty much gonna do that with this whole thing. Okay, so I'm heating up my cooking oil. It said 4 inches of cooking oil. That seems excessive, but I'm gonna just do what it says. Then we've got our cut pieces right here. I feel like it's about, I think I counted them, it's about like 22 pieces. Maybe even now 24, even with the small pieces that I cut on the side. But they're not all 2 inches. Most of them are 2 inches. There's a few like this one and this one. There are like between 3 and 2.5. And then these two are definitely 2 inches, probably like 1.5. But they all equal up to 22, 24. So let's see how they come out. Okay, so we're gonna throw in our first one and let's just see how it comes out. So as you can see, I probably left it in a little bit too long and it might have been a little too thin as well, but it did pop up. So let's see how the other ones come out. And y'all, look, that was all of our dough. There's some pieces here on the side that I'm almost like very tempted to just like roll and see if I can try it. Honestly, I am gonna do it because I don't want anything to go to waste. But oh my gosh, look! We got our Princess Tiana on egg. Okay, well I'm gonna powder them with some powdered sugar and maybe even drizzle them with a little bit of chocolate, we'll see. But yes, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I love trying new things and this was my absolute first time, and while they didn't all puff up super perfect, like most of them did, like I love it. sugar and this shit is on. Oh my gosh, our first beignets. Thanks for being on this journey with me where you can learn how to sugar your life with some beignets. This is Passion Tea, and I will see you next time.